Often we have to talk about things that we don't like to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
If you was aware or hadn't been aware, and I'm gonna tell the story now. I'm gonna gripe about something that I think was very, very inappropriate. We joked about Dwayne Haskins many times on this show,
Mm-hmm.
but it's for him being on the field. But something happened off the field that was tragic. He was killed, I guess, Friday night, I think it was, Saturday morning. Apparently he is in South Florida on I-595 and was walking outside his car.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess not sure why, but he was struck by a truck and killed right there on the scene. And it's unbelievable to even have this conversation with, if that was your son or somebody that you know.
So
but the fact that we
sad.
don't even know him, it still hurts. And he's only 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And was kind of somewhat rebounding from his career and with Pittsburgh, and was on a good track in terms of possibly having a big opportunity there. Then this happens, which is so sad.
This is very sad.
Yeah, it was. I don't know, it was a little shocking just to think. Of course, the accident was tragic. Accidents happen each and every day, no matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, no matter what you've accomplished. But it was a little surreal just to think that here's a young man that, honestly, he's going about, thinking about getting ready for, being a starting quarterback.
Yeah,
Right.
Training camp.
Yep. And something as simple as being broke down in the middle of traffic and not being as safe as possible could possibly, end your life.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen anyway. I don't know what was the factor in terms of him getting out of the car. It was early in the morning too. Like,
Yeah. They're not sure if it was like whether his car ran out of gas or just stopped or what. But he was crossing the westbound lanes of Interstate 595,
that's tough,
trying
man.
to cross.
And he's recently said in January, he said, I've wanted to be a quarterback my entire life. Being a quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers is a dream.
A dream, yes.
I feel like I can be a starter in the league. I got drafted for that reason. And again, looking upward and going forward was a thing that he was focusing on. What I didn't like about this story is Alan Schefter, who's getting some flack about this. When he broke the story, he gave all these negative things associated with this young man. This guy was went to Ohio State, was drafted by the Washington Redskins at the time, couldn't make it there, and was a disappointment, and then he was re-signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers, got killed on Friday night. Who gives a damn about what he did with the Washington Redskins or the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's say NFL quarterback and keep it moving. Who cares about the history about whether he started 3 or 4 games? I don't give a damn about that. Let's talk about the real story when someone lost their life and it's tragic, and let's focus on that. That pissed me off when I heard that.
The positive things about this young man.
I mean, why even go there? So I think he's feeling he felt some pressure. Alan Schefter, ESPN, who always he broke the news. He always breaking news. That's fine, but man, the precursor or the backdrop of all that about being this negative stuff about this young man is really unfortunate, and it shouldn't have happened, in my opinion. I mean, why?
Yeah, why do that?
Why do that?
It still is quite disturbing how and when you least expect it, it has a way of reminding you that most of the time they just don't see you as people.
As people,
right?
Yeah,
they see you as a product.
Yeah,
they see you as a product to be talked about, written about, spoke about, but not anything to be cared about.
Yeah, and to the extent where you want to be that guy that break the news, that's fine, that's cool.
And you start off with negative things. There's a lot of positive things on his accomplishments and things that he's done.
No, that just I'm telling you, that just proves the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
80% of them just don't see you as a person; they see you as a product.
Yeah, and it just
it is what it is. I mean, it's just the whole shut up and dribble narrative and all, it just permeates through all sectors and all sections. Because if the first thing you could think about and that you have to sit down and write, not a tweet, but the thing you're going to have to sit down and write an article about, and this is what you come up with to describe a tragic, death of a 25-year-old young athlete that has worked quite hard, by the way, to get to this point.
To be in position, because
to be at this point.
These are some of the things that he's done. He spent 3 seasons, NFL seasons, from 2019 to 2021 with the Commanders and then the Steelers. 15th overall pick in 2019.
That alone is a accomplishment within
Ohio
itself.
State.
That alone is
50 pass touchdowns in 2018, which was the most in any season for Big Ten. For the history of the Big Ten, and he was a 2018 Heisman Trophy Award finalist.
Yeah. So how about let's leave with that one. That's let that fall on people's ears as opposed to
just a little bit.
Just
a little bit.
Just a little bit. I mean, come on.